Right, good evening and welcome along to the Broadcasting Lounge. Welcome to round 5 of the MRP HPR Series. We're in Florida tonight at this former World War II US Air Force airfield. Sebring is the name of the place we're at, and it's been turned into a world-class racing circuit. Features a lot of very high caliber international events, including the 1,000 miles of Sebring and the Sebring 12-hour in endurance racing. Tonight we've got a slightly shorter race, 50 minutes for the guys tonight. I'm Shane White calling all the action, and alongside me in the broadcasting lounge is Corey Kitchen. How are you, Corey? Yep, definitely agree with that. A couple of Sebring 12 hours I've done here. One of them went okay. First one was going okay until it wasn't. Most recent one this year, that was the first endurance race I did with rain, and we got a lot of it, and we were on the GTP, which at the launch of rain didn't have the best rain tyres available for it. We can have a look at what we've got in store for you tonight. So, as I mentioned, round 5 at Sebring, and it's a 5.79 kilometre circuit on the international configuration tonight, sitting at just 19 metres above sea level. Very warm in the tropics, temps could get up there. Currently, air temps sitting at 27, so not too bad, but definitely a very challenging circuit. And the layout you can see there on the track map, there's some challenging looking corners on there, but it's the when you actually get down to track level, and there might not be a lot of undulation, but there's a hell of a lot of bumps, and that's what makes it tricky. Yes. Yeah, turn one, very difficult to pick your turn in Apex. There's actually a cone on top of the fence at turn one. I wonder if we can, if we just go down trackside to turn one, you can see the cone sitting up on the catch fence there. That is where you're supposed to aim to hit the apex. So if you're just right by the wall as you go past that cone, that means you've hit the perfect apex, and yeah, you've started a good lap, but plenty more corners to go after that. Qualifying is just wrapping up. You can see Taylor Mitchell currently leading the way. He's back in the pits. Jack Hinton, Andy Uden out there doing some laps on the GTP class, trying to see if they can improve. But Taylor with a comfortable provisional pole margin at the moment. As I'm just refreshing my overlay, that's why it's the speed of screen, because we've run into an issue that Doug and I need to look through the code to try and sort out, where after we've had that race info screen up, it leaves the bottom of the track map sitting at the top of the screen, which isn't ideal. Um, yep, looking much better now. So as Jack Hints pulls into the pits, so he's not going to improve, and Andy Uden just finishing off a lap there. Checker flag's out, so that's going to wrap up qualifying. So Taylor Mitchell's going to take pole from Nico Cordia. Andy Uden does move up to P3 with that lap there. Jack Hints in fourth, and Daniel Scholes is going to line up on. Yeah, very close. Daniel Scholes is going to line up P1 in GT3 from Sean McNamara, a second and a half back. So that's a comfortable margin from Daniel there, and he will be looking to get a good start, get away, keep things clean, and control the race from the front. But I believe Darren Lobb has been in tonight, hasn't set a qualifying lap in GT3, so it looks like he's going to start off the back again. Notable absence from Stefan McCartan tonight. We used to seeing him in. He's not here tonight. We don't have up-to-date points in the GT3s because there was an issue with loading the season, sorry, where the points didn't load through. So hopefully we'll be able to get that all sorted by next week. But Stefan, just checking in on the stream, saying good luck. I'll hopefully be back next week. So obviously, other commitments preventing him from taking to the grid tonight, but able to check in on the stream. So hope you're still watching, Stefan. Good to have you, and hopefully we'll see you back on track next week. Well, we've only just gone over halfway in the shortened championship. Cars just heading out for the warm-up now. Black Green Hall on track. So it is the MRP HPR Series. MRP, very dedicated sponsor of the series, and we've been fortunate enough to be able to show you some of what they do, some of what MRP do over the last couple of weeks. And we've got another wee video we can play through here. This is something they put together at a McLaren event in Auckland. So this showcases one of their higher end sims and what's involved in it. So a very cool piece of kit that MRP had on display at that McLaren event in Auckland, and all that stuff is available at MRP. So if you're keen to get some of that, and actually there's even, I think that was a few years ago, you might have noticed the masks people were wearing. That was obviously filmed during COVID times. So a few years have passed since then. Some more up-to-date kit has come out, but certainly if you're interested in anything you saw there, get in touch with Barry at MRP and he'll be able to sort you out. That's right, I believe it's mrp.co.nz, pretty simple website, so get on there or pop into their store. I'm not actually sure where their store is, but I'm sure you can find out on their website. Yeah, so how are we going to give that away, Corey? Well, I was hoping you'd be the one to be able to tell me, because I wasn't 100% paying attention to what you were telling me. I was busy doing other things. Okay, I need to get that sorted. Apologies, I should have... No, it will be my end. try that.
Oh, can you hear me now?
There we
Oh, look
go,
at
that
that.
looks
You
better.
should be able to hear me now. Hopefully it's not too loud.
Alright, well we do have some stuff to give away. We're just about to roll over into the race session now, so we'll get into a bit more of that a bit later on, now that you can actually hear Corey.
Yeah, and all that cool stuff that I said just fell on deaf ears.
Alright, so grid lineup for tonight's race: Taylor Mitchell on pole in GTP. Nico Cordia is going to share the front row with him, and then Andy Uden and Jack Hintz fill out the second row, and that's it for our GTP class. Rolling back to GT3, we've got Daniel Scholes and Sean McNamara on the front row there. And then Leith Swinney and Kristen Jenkins line up on the second row. Back to Blake Greenhall, Louis Robinson, Tom McCall, Darren Lobb, and Leon Ware off the back. So Leon trying to get a lap in late in qualifying, wasn't quite able to do it.
I can't drive.
And well,
Well,
the guy that's listed behind Leon there certainly can't drive them.
now he's non-existent on the grid too. Yeah.
Alright, so not a huge field tonight, but we have got, looks like, well, we've got Dan Turner, Wayne Hartnell and Chris Zalewski listed behind me as well. Looks like,
Looks
and Peter
16.
Vandenberg as well. So yeah, looks like 16 taking the start tonight, all up. So not too bad. Only 4 GTPs at the front of the field. Unfortunately, for such a long track, iRacing doesn't allow a short formation lap at Sebring. So we're going to have to watch these guys go all the way around. It's a 2-minute lap at race pace, so it's going to be a bit longer than that for the formation lap, unfortunately. And the pace truck was moving pretty quickly through turn 1 there, and then just backed off as soon as he got out of the corner.
Yeah, old Bazza in the safety truck, he is a little bit sporadic. He's going through a midlife crisis at the moment, Bazza. And of course, Gary, the flag man, as always.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it doesn't necessarily need to be a big field to have a good race around here. They get a little bit spread out though. It does get a bit like that. There was a roughly 2-second gap. Taylor Mitchell back to the car in second place in the GTP class.
Jack Ince has just gone for a drive down the grass.
Yeah, possibly multitasking.
Could be, yeah. Might be starting his stream. He likes the streamer's point of view.
Yeah, this long formation lap, isn't it?
Sure is.
So what are we a lap around here? Is it like was it minute 40 something for these cars?
Yeah, I didn't actually see, well, can't recall what the qualifying time for.
44. I think Taylor Mitchell 144. We had a 146 for the car in second, and sort of 146 and a 147, I think, for the other two. So yeah, Taylor Mitchell will be missing you, Stefan. I see. Wishing everybody good luck. You'll be back next week, hopefully. I finally learnt, Stefan, why you pulled into the pits that road Atlanta, and had a bit of a laugh, my friend.
Do share.
Oh, I'm not going to share that on the stream. No. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Alright, well, we're not too far away from getting into it now. Just coming through the back part of the circuit at the moment.
Yeah, that long back straight leading into that final corner where everybody gets a good toe, and then some people brake early, some people brake late, some people go wide, some people go straight.
Absolutely. Have we lost a... Oh no, Jack Hintz was just, or might have been Andy Uden. One of the passion cars anyway was just hiding behind the pace truck there, so that's alright, we have got a 4 there. And while I'm watching the GTP cars make their start, we can we can watch on the picture-in-picture the GT3 cars down in the bottom corner. So coming through the final corner now, we are not too far away from getting the green flag. The pace truck will pull off into pit lane. Leaves it very late, manages not to crash into the pit wall like the NASCAR one on the weekend. And they're away, and Jack Hint's getting a ripper start. He's already challenging for the lead into turn 1. They're going to go 3 wide. Taylor Mitchell's going to have the inside line, and it looked for a moment like Nico Cordy might be able to sweep around the outside, but Taylor just getting the job done, and Jack Hintz, after the great reaction time to the green flag, drops back. Chaos in the GT3 field.
Yeah, one of the a Porsche there dropping back. Not catching who that was.
Seeing Leon Ware at the rear of the field, Tom McCall dropping back as well.
Yeah, just looking to see Thomas McCall's jumped to the pit. Blake Greenhill come back on track. Christian Jenkins come back on track. Bill McNamara come back on track. Yeah, there's a lot going on this first first lap.
Yeah, plenty of action. Chris Zalewski just dropping to the pits as well. Taylor Mitchell continues to lead from Nico Cordia in GTP though. And Nico showing good pace early on considering the sizable qualifying gap. Jack Hint's also putting good amount of pressure on his teammate Andy Uden for P3 at the moment.
Wayne Harnell up 6 spots first lap, and Peter Vanderberg also, he's up 7 spots. So great gains from these two in this first lap.
So it's going to be Nico Cordia leading for the first lap in GTP from Taylor Mitchell, and then Andy and Jack just behind. Daniel Scholes will lead the GT3 field through for the first lap. Leith Swinney just sitting in behind, and Sean McNamara rounding out the podium positions. Good wee battle here between Sean and Louis as well, so Louis keen to find his way onto the podium, already up 2 spots. Can he gain one more?
Yeah, these two in practice going toe to toe was a joy to watch. Good mates.
Yeah, good mates. Teammates. Louis has rejoined Jigsaw Projects. He was previously part of Team STI. That's obviously no more. Now formed into Jigsaw Projects Racing, and yeah, Louis.
Team Jigsaw Racing.
Team Jigsaw Racing. There we go. And Louis has joined that team and running a slightly different livery to what Sean's got on, because they're in different cars. That's why.
Yeah, the McLaren being the latter one that's come out has gone to new colours for STI, but we had Gen 3 coming, so dreaming up new stuff again, I am.
Yeah, Gen 3 Supercars not too far away.
Yeah, lots of excitement around that.
And hopefully we might get a nice wee surprise and a new track to go with them. No official word on Pukekohe yet, but we will have to wait and see for the new season build in a few weeks' time. If they do release Pukekohe with the Gen 3 V8s, we're certainly all hoping that's the case.
Yeah, that would be rather exciting. It would definitely add a little bit more to the already exciting factor that we're getting the new cars. Oh, Taylor Mitchell was just going around on my screen there. Got that live.
So Taylor just rejoining on the main screen there. I clicked on Leon because he had just had an accident. So Taylor dropping to the back of GTP, and that's going to give him some work to do to get back to the front. Gives Nico a break out the front, 2 seconds back to Andy Erden at the moment, and he will be keen to crack on and see if we can create enough of a gap to ultimately keep Taylor behind him. But what I was going to do is go back and have a look at what went on at the start.
Yeah, there's a bit to unpack there. I was having a wee look, and definitely will take some unpacking. I believe that course that we seen go around was Darren Lobb. And,
Yeah, so
he's
we've got Darren Lobb crash. That's the first red data after the green flag. So let's have a look at this. Into turn 1. Oh, contact with Louis Robinson. Goes
and
around.
there's damage to Leon, the back of Leon's
Oh,
car.
and then up ahead, the Team West car. Was that Dan Turner or Tom McCall? Might have been
Oh,
Dan Turner by the
McCall.
look of it. And mate, I think both of them involved ultimately. Oh yes, the teammates getting together. It was Tom that shot back across the track, and I think he may have collected Leon on that process as well. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Leon caught up in that hard into the fence. Well,
I think.
there's always so much going on at the start, isn't there? And sometimes that sort of thing happens. So Tom ultimately jumped to the pits into Krzyzewski, and Leon's had a couple of further issues later on. Well, the lack of a rear wing in that Mustang probably is not helping. I think Leon needs to get himself to the pits. That was one incident.
Yeah, I think he's definitely got it to the pits now. I just seen the car before, but he is actually back in the pits again,
And then
isn't it?
it goes around again. And I did have 2 bits of data close together. I think the second one is going to be that second incident. And then we can see Taylor Mitchell. Not too long after that, we can see what happened to him. So Nico not too far behind him as he comes into the hairpin. Just drops the wheel in the dirt, goes around, and drops to the back of the GTP field. And you mentioned Leon being back in the pits. He has had another incident. So he's got the car fixed at this point. Oh, he's just pulled over and towed back to the pits. So maybe deciding tonight isn't his night. Still sitting in the pits. He's also still in Discord. We'll give him a minute, and if he's still not back on track in about 5 minutes and still sitting in Discord, I think we drag him up here and get him to help us commentate.
I reckon we get him to give something away.
Not a bad
That
idea.
prize cupboard is very blemished at the moment. And I see, yes, Stefan has commented that Sim Room is getting a Reno this weekend, so the Sim's in 10 different pieces. That will probably get you probably a tenth faster, I reckon, having a flash new Sim Room. Got to add a little bit of horsepower.
Absolutely.
Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Yeah, so we do have some stuff to give away tonight, thanks to our weekly sponsor, Shano. So we gave away a work light on Tuesday, and we've got another work light to give away tonight, and a bar mat to a couple of drivers. So we were going to get somebody to shout out who you reckon needs a work light so they can see better, maybe, and bar mat because they're always spilling their shit all over the place, maybe. And if we like it, we'll you'll get yourself a stubby cooler and some stickers. We'll get them all posted away to you. So you jump in the stream on the Broadcasting Lounge on YouTube. Let us know who maybe is a bit sloppy and needs the bar mat. What do you reckon, Shane? That'll work?
Yeah, that sounds good. I certainly know one person who's been in the race tonight who's a bit of a sloppy drunk, but I don't know if he can send it to himself.
Nah, it wouldn't be fair, would it?
So
Yeah,
Taylor
it's
Mitchell
three
all over
minutes.
the back of Andy Erden at the moment, and he pulls out He's going to look to go down the inside of the hairpin. This is very... Oh, and
Oh,
Andy locking up and going hard left into a right-hander. We've
yes, that
seen
was no
those.
good.
We've seen those GTP cars do weird things like that under brakes a few times, and just just every now and then they just seem to randomly lock up rears. I wonder if it's an issue with the energy gathering off the rear axle under brakes, if it just tries to gather a bit much, or I don't know how realistic all that is, and whether there's any inconsistencies with that if you're trying to harvest a bit much. But yeah, it was certainly a very weird brake lock, but something we do see from time to time in these GTV cars.
Yeah, I think it's just a freaky thing. Yeah, it happens. Best bit of action on track though. Battle for 11th, 12th, and 13th. Dan Turner making a move on Wayne Hartnell down in the P&P. Peter Vanderberg getting right in there too. It's a bit of a mistake there.
Just want to see what the onboard looked like with Andy. Actually, before I do that, we've got breaking news from the front of the field. Just make sure I'm on the right camera for this, because I had changed it to go to the onboard. But Nico Cordia has had a moment out there as well. Into the final corner. Oh, just pushing a bit hard, losing rears, and misses the tyre barrier. Detaches that rear wing from the car and hasn't
Oh,
recognised the level of damage before, in time to get to the pit lane. Goes past the pit exit, and there's a second bit of data, which I'm guessing is probably going to be into turn one, no rear wing, loop-de-loop, and not showing towed to pit lane, so he's limping it back. But yeah, that will be a very unstable race car without that critical rear wing. That provides a lot of grip to that rear axle, and all that's gone.
yeah, that's a lot of downforce gone burgers.
Oh, as we just go back live to Andy Uden having another spin just out of the pits. We saw him come to the pits before he cut to that replay of Nico. So maybe cold tyres, pushing a bit hard on cold tyres, and just looping it around there.
Wow, everybody is fairly spread out on track now.
So what I did want to go and have a look at, let's see if we can actually get to that now, was Andy Uden's first moment on board. Certainly car just going quiet there as the rear axle locked up, so certainly a complete rear lock, the engine completely stilled, but no real explanation as to what he went wrong, sorry, what he did wrong for that to occur. So
Yeah,
very strange one.
it's a Cadillac thing according to Stefan. He said the
Okay.
rear locking.
And out of the 4 GTPs in the field tonight, 3 of them are Cadillacs, so
Yep, sounds messy.
yeah.
Yeah, let us know if anybody you reckon needs a work light so they can see a bit better. One of the drivers, shout them out. And yeah, we'll put a bar mat as well. We possibly might even just spin a wheel at the end for the people who finish the race if nothing comes up on the stream. But if you want to win yourself a stubby cooler and some stickers, here's to Stanmore Road, Andy Uden and the team. Yeah, he just wanted to say a special thanks to all the admin and everybody that puts on the racing, and he loves turning up, and he loves his boys that work for him too. That was mentioned. Nobody give me their names, so I can't personally shout you all out. Sorry.
Oh, very cool. Anyway, and do you like how I cut to Sean, as you said, if one of our drivers needs a work light to see better?
Oh,
I
Yeah, well,
swear that wasn't on purpose
yeah.
either.
Mid pack McNamara though, he is a little bit further forward than the mid pack these days. So maybe he's getting to grips with these GT3 cars.
Oh, having a bit of a moment there. But yeah, we've seen him in Div 1 in the V8s, grabbing a few podiums. He's had a couple of season podiums recently as well, as a result of turning up week in, week out and getting consistent results. So yeah, certainly pretty rapid driver now, and he always complains that he can't drive these GT3s, but he's doing pretty well on them at the moment.
Yeah, punching above his weight, maybe.
Could be, although Darren Lobb's on the hunt at the moment. P4 up, well, only actually up 4 spots. Um, because like I said, with that many other guys that didn't manage to get a lap in, long laps and not that many opportunities to get a lap in a 10-minute qualifying session. So if you don't get that banker in and then you're struggling to put a lap together, it can often pan out that you don't get one in at all.
Yeah, there's a few tracks out there that you sort of get that when you end up racing at them. Le Mans is one. If you're doing a qualifying session at Le Mans, you're generally only going to get 2 laps maybe out of it, and you have a flunk your first one, a lot of pressure on that next one, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. And we ran the same qualifying format last season that we've used for tonight, where we just happened to have a race at Le Mans, and we did actually talk about potentially extending that qualifying session to give them a bit more time, but ultimately we decided 10 minutes, that meant they could do an out lap, complete their first lap and start their second lap, and we were going to let them finish their second lap. So they had the opportunity to get 2 laps in, and it was the same for everybody, so it was really just who dealt with that the best.
Yeah, I always had a problem. Like my 1 lap pace was better than my race pace, and yeah, I always found myself in a bit of trouble at the front, especially in the V8. That was always tough.
Yeah, I'm finding that a little bit lately actually, where I seem to be getting good enough to be able to figure out how to do a reasonably quick lap, but then putting that together over a race distance is a bit trickier. So
So Stefan shouted out right off for a bar mat. The
okay,
rusty looking car there for right off.
so Darren Lobb putting all sorts of pressure on Sean McNamara right now. Oh, and Sean caving under the pressure, has a big slide, gets it back on track without losing too much. That's Tom McCall let down, who's just made his way around. So he only lost the position to Sean McNamara. Sorry, Sean's lost his position to Sean. He only lost the position to Darren Lobb, and Tom McCall managed to unlap himself on him, but he's put that lap back on him now. But he does have Blake Greenhill that much closer as well now, just getting almost within a second.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many Ks that BMW of Balaki's has done, but it's got to be pretty high Ks by now. And
Has to be.
it's always up there. He's always there. He's in the hunt. He's around the edge of the podium. He's somewhere without any practice every week, and I commend him for that.
Yeah, doesn't get the time to put in a lot of practice, but he always makes sure he shows up on a Tuesday and a Thursday, and always goes incredibly well for very little practice. Imagine if he actually had the time to put practice in. Imagine how well he'd do then.
I would actually say let's nominate Balaki for a work light, because that bonnet of that high case BMW's probably been up a bit. Oh, hope that doesn't offend anybody who loves BMWs that much.
Well, I mean, let's be honest, any race car that's done as many Ks as that property BMW is going to have had a few engine rebuilds done.
Yeah, you reckon it's probably thrown a few legs out of bed.
Absolutely.
Probably the way he drives it too. I mean, he's hard on the gear. Who's our biggest mover in the field? They seem to have levelled out now. Darren Lobb, he's made up 5 position.
Yeah, not huge gains for Darren considering he didn't qualify, but as I mentioned, quite a few guys also not getting qualifying laps in, so he didn't actually start all that far back in the end. But yeah, up 5 spots from 8th to put him on the podium now, and hunting down Leith 20, but there's actually a bit of a margin to make up to Leith. 6.5 seconds that gap's sitting at the moment. And then Daniel Scholes has got another 7.8 over Leith, so still a long way for Darren to go to get to the lead in this one.
A compulsory pit stop tonight?
No compulsory pit stop. I had to go back and check the rules on that one. I did the driver's briefing and initially told them there was 2 compulsory pit stops, and I was like, 2 doesn't quite seem right for a 50-minute race, so I went back and looked and it's no compulsory pit stop, but they are limited on fuel, so they will most likely need to come in and get fuel at some stage, although we saw last week Blake Greenhill was trying very hard to get through the 1 hour and 15-minute race without stopping. Unfortunately ran into some issues and joined us in the lounge.
He ran out of puff, did he?
I can't remember. Oh, no, that's right. That was a great story. So, we were watching him on screen, and he just disappeared. And he didn't come back. He got packet lost. He managed to get reconnected, and we dragged him into the lounge to ask him what happened. And turns out his router had fallen off his rig because it wasn't actually securely fastened anywhere. Fallen off his rig, and the Ethernet cable came unplugged.
His router's attached to his rig.
Just sits on his rig apparently.
Oh.
It may be attached somewhere now, but at the time, last Thursday, it was just sitting on his rig and it fell off.
You know the man's committed to his rig when he's, it's pretty much his house is wired up from his rig. So, yeah. It's the centre. It's probably where he gets his downtime, I guess. This is his way to switch off from the reality of the property business. He's living on the edge.
All right. Well,
Yep,
I think it's been more than 5 minutes since Leon towed to the pits, and he's still sitting in there. He's still in Discord, so I reckon we need to have a third commentator for the night since he's not doing bugger all else. How's it going, Leon?
All right. I'll apologise in advance for anything that he says that shouldn't.
Hello?
Leon, how are you, mate?
What's going on?
You had a bit of a rough start, didn't you?
Yeah, there's a bit of a stitch up on it.
Yeah, these things happen, don't they?
Every time I get a GT3 car, every single time I get in a GT3 car, either I cock it up or I get taken out. There's a reason I don't come to Thursdays anymore.
It's got nothing to do with your driving abilities.
No, there is no way in hell. I cannot blame myself for anything like that. Give me a bit supercar. I'll get the job done. No worries. Give me a GT3. Oh my god, I shit bed something wicked.
Oh.
You look like you were trying to persevere after that lap 1 crash with no rear wing for probably a bit too long. Do you think maybe you could have gone in and got some fast repairs a bit earlier?
If I had just gone straight in, I would have been sweet as. Yeah, I probably would still be racing now if I just come in there. But I think just the annoyance of that and just the fact that I've had a couple of lemonades tonight. I'm getting out of that.
Well, Sean's had a wee moment, and that's put Blake all over the back of him. Blake using all the trick and then some. He's got the draft. He's got the draft.
I hope he shows him who's boss. I hope he whips him out.
Still sitting in there, pulls out just before the braking zone, gets alongside. Sean able to carry a bit more momentum around the outside though, and holds him off. But Blake's still there, still on the draft down the front straight. Tend to do something at turn 1. Has a think about it, turns in a bit shallower, but not able to get down the inside. And not close enough for a dive into turn 3 either.
Laying a hive of activity right now. Leaf Swinney, Dan Turner, Taylor Mitchell, Thomas McCall.
Yeah, I
Leon
think
Ware,
they
you're still
only
here.
got 13 laps out of the tank, so yeah, they'll be right on the cusp now. Unless they've managed to save a wee bit over the course of it, but yeah, now will be the time that they're getting in there. Really, just want Blake to just give Sean just a wee nudge, just a, how are you going on, Blake? How are you? Be like, hey.
We are sitting right on that halfway mark in the race as well, so perfect time to
oh,
be
yes, there we
perfect time to be taking some pit stop if you want to split the race in half. Rosetown Motor Group, pretty sure Balaki BMW needed a full rebuild after Zolder. Yeah, that's probably accurate.
Yep, on you, Ginge. You're spot on, mate. Definitely. That's why I'm nominating him for a work light, because the bonnet of that BMW would be up all the time. Yeah, Leon, I thought maybe you might want to, you know, like up your mood and maybe give something away. You know what you got. You know?
Nah, I'm miserable. Everyone else has to suffer with me. Sorry, bro.
Oh, it might make you feel a little better, mate.
Oh, okay, then you twisted my arm. Oh, what are we giving away?
Well, you know, you've got something in there. Like we've got the work light. We're just nominating somebody to give it away to, and
whenever I drink, I lock the prize cupboard, bro. So yeah, there's no getting in there tonight.
Here we go. They're in the lane together.
Was it pretty close?
Oh,
Giving
bit
each
of
other a
bumping
weakness.
going. Oh no!
we might have to unpack that, I think.
They've crashed in the
Sean
pit
McNamara
lane.
just got Sean McNamara's mate.
Oh, we have a tune for that. It's a reverse.
Hang on, just let me unmute my soundboard so that people can actually hear it.
Blake
Alright.
did he just leave the pits? Yeah, don't worry about redressing.
Yeah, no redress. Well, his point of view might be, well, I was on the limiter, why weren't you?
That's a fair point. Sean might have been doing his tried and true technique of up and down on the gear shift, get a wee bit extra speed out of it on the limiter. A little couple of extra Ks in the gear shift there.
It's a little bit sneaky, isn't it?
It's a wee bit sneaky, but you can get a couple of extra Ks on top of the limiter if you do it that way. But you run the risk of getting a drive-through or speeding in the pits, which, not that would matter too much for Sean now. He's probably just better off just speeding out of the pits and be done with it.
I kind of suspect maybe he wasn't doing that, just because if he was doing that, he probably would have been going faster than Blake.
That's a fair point. Maybe Blake was doing it then.
Could have been.
Hey, I knew it. The macro bandit strike again.
Right.
Let's see what the onboard can tell us. So here we are on board with Blake, coming into the pits.
Sean wasn't coming in unless Blake was coming in, was he? He was waiting.
Couple of taps on the way in.
He's brake checked him.
He has braked. Wow.
Well,
I think if you're going to brake check someone down the pit lane, you get what you get, right? Surely.
Yeah, anybody gonna look at that and think that those brake lights coming on a little, yeah, well.
That's quite funny. Yeah, no, I encourage and condone such behaviour from Blake.
Alright, so everybody has pitted at least once. Andy Eden has pitted twice, as have Chris Zalewski and Thomas McCall and Leon Ware. Leon Ware's second pit stop is still going on.
Hold on. Should I make this the longest pit stop of the race? Hold on, I'll pull out. The water temperature is a bit high, apparently.
I'm not surprised if you've been sitting there with the engine running.
Hold on.
Yeah, eventually it would have blown up too. That happens.
Might
Happened
have
to
to
me.
Jack Hintz knows all about that as a safety car driver.
Rocky,
Ooh,
I must
Peter.
confess,
Oh, was that you going backwards? It was. Just caught that in the back of the shot. And then I was like, hang on, that looks like Leon's livery.
Yeah. And now I'm coming for my third pit stop, and you'll have the longest pit stop of the race. What prize do I win?
You were nominated.
You win the prize of having to buy us all a beer.
That's fair. Yeah. I think that's all right.
Yeah, Stefan McCartan said in the comments that Leon Ware for his beer of petroleum.
Oh.
It's probably fucking cheaper to just shout you guys a quart of gas than it is to go and buy a box of beer for you lot. So that's what we're doing. You can't drink petrol like a real man, then
Well, hang on.
Petrol vouchers.
You spat it out.
yeah, but it was in the mouth, you know.
Not
My missus
intentionally.
always says is that even if she spits it out at the end, as long as it's in her mouth, it still counts. Oh god, I didn't stop.
That's appropriate for the stream.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
who
the
brought
time
me
for
up?
bed, Leon.
No, you guys brought me up. I played them.
It was Shane's idea. I'm clear of it.
Yeah, good. Shane, you're in the right place.
I'll
I
own
appreciate
it.
you, buddy. I appreciate you, buddy.
So Peter Vandenberg putting pressure on Wayne Hartnell. Oh, one of the Team West cars facing the wrong way. I think it might have been Tom McCall as he's just disappeared back to pit lane. So he was already having a bit of a rough night anyway. He's still going, just saying, Leon.
I was going to say, was he one of the ones that was involved with my stuff at the start?
Yeah, he was. Oh, so he's just lost the rear, similar to what Nico did in the GTP earlier, and slapped that tyre bundle on the exit. He has towed back to pit lane and still sitting in the pits. We'll see if he comes back out.
But soon to say that he's still going then, isn't it?
Well,
So,
he was still going before that.
Yeah, that's better.
How's
certainly
your guys'
lasted longer
Mo's
than you.
going?
My mo's actually going quite good. I'm not
Yeah.
ready to post a picture of it yet, though.
I haven't got quite to that either myself. I've got to tidy some things up and
Yeah, for
shape
sure.
it.
Yeah.
So that's my goal for the weekend is to shape the Mo, and then I'll
Man,
update.
and it's been pretty chilly down these ways the last couple of days. So, like, how you feeling? It's tough, eh? And you've had that bush on your face for quite some time. It must be flipping cold.
It had been quite a while seeing my other chin, but yep, we've got it out, and I actually think it might have shrunken a little bit over the last
Well,
part of the year, but yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so I mean, if we were going to put together a SuperCars NZ team, I don't think that's been done. I've been raising some funds, and I'm up to 160 now. So I'd like to say Wayne Hartnell and Dan Turner both are in here. They both donated yesterday, the Team West boys. So I commend you two.
Absolutely, it is.
Yep, and yes, and a couple of my friends have jumped on and supported me, and I love them too. Thank you very much.
Love you guys. Love you.
And we've just, well, Steve's put the hat up, but there was a bit of an error when we put it up, and it's been put the Bill Kilgore SuperCars NZ hat, which is on its 4th round of charity fundraising, and it has Bill Kilgore's signature on the top of the beak, and the 3 people that have won it in previous Grade Me auctions have all signed their names on the underside of the beak, and that's Steve Darren, Jake O'Rourke, and Pricey. Mark Price. They're the 3 previous winners of it. So yeah, jump on Trade Me. Well, it's gonna. I think it'll be amended once Steve sorts it out, or gonna put it up as an actual auction. But I mean, if you want to throw $2,500 at it, which is what the buy now is at the moment, you're an absolute flippin' legend.
Steve, you're an animal.
Yep. Well, you never know. But yeah, we're going to amend that and put it back.
He's got rich friends. Just roll with it. There we go. We might get $2.5 for some charities.
Well, yeah, if we can get that for Movember, I would
Mate,
be absolutely stoked.
I would probably do a wee backflip in my seat, I reckon. It'd be a bloody good cause for it to go to. And obviously, yeah, towards men's health, not just mental health in general, but men's health all around. Mental health being the primary one that we focus on, because a lot of people are going through shit around the place, and us boys, you know, we tend to hide it away, don't do anything with it. So this month was a wee highlight on us, you know, on us bros that just keep on trucking through life and keep on going on even when the going's tough. Ones that aren't with us anymore that we can't give as many props to, but yeah, it's a cool cause to get behind, and SuperCars are bloody stoked to be able to put our name.
You don't even have to grow a mo. You can be like Shane and do 10,000 laps over the course of November, and that's move for Movember.
And 60 pull-ups a day. It all counts.
I can tell you I'm definitely not doing 60 pull-ups a day.
Okay, 6 press-up claps.
Yeah, no.
So we're 14 days into the month. How many laps have you reckoned you've done around and on iRacing thus far through the month, Shane? Like a rough guess, like it's got to be at least 500.
Well, what did we do?
It's just Mondays and Tuesdays for me, really. So
Yeah, same here.
38
really.
laps. 38 laps this Tuesday, plus 2 15-odd lap races. So I'd be less than 100 for this week so far.
8 hours of Fuji coming up, so that would be a good one to pump up your laps.
Yep, I'm doing that race this weekend, so that's gonna pump up
ya?
my laps. I am.
What are you doing there? Is he?
The same usual suspects teaming up.
God.
So the old Sylvan,
dodgy buggers, eh?
yep, old Sylvan Motorsports crew getting together under the PSR banner now and having a bit of an 8-hour race.
How good. Oh well, we look forward to seeing that pop up on YouTube. I'm sure there'll be some links floating around the SuperCars NZ page there for people to go in and check out and see how these boys doing that. Such a cool track, man. Oh, the battling there is insane.
Yeah, it's a really cool track. Should be a nice one for enduro racing too, with that long front straight giving you a nice break. So while we've been talking as well, Peter Vanderberg's managed to find his way around Wayne Hartnell. We caught that live on the stream, but we were in a very deep conversation that I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, fair enough. I have that big conflict with that.
But Wayne hasn't been able to...
Yeah. Sorry, mate. Sorry.
So Wayne hasn't let Peter get away with it at the moment. He's stuck within half a second, although very tight gap. Louis Robinson back to Dan Turner at the moment. Hovering around 0.2, 0.3, so nice tight battle at the moment. And they've got...
My stream stopped. Oh, and then yeah, there's a Passion HPR TTP car there, just squeezing his way past.
Yeah, so that's Andy Uden, and that's always the challenging moments for those GTP cars when you come up on a couple of GT3 cars that are having their own battle, and they've got their right to keep running their own race, and it's up to the faster class car to pick their way around cleanly.
Yeah, and bear in mind, one of those guys was doing everything with his hands as well, not using any feet. So they had told me, both those boys, that hairpins are their worst enemy. So yeah, that was one of probably just bad timing there for that GTP to get into it.
It is tricky though, like with the faster car pulling up on a situation like that, you've got not a lot of time to make a you know, a pretty informed decision. And you know, 80% of the time we get it right, but the other time we don't. We do not.
Oh, there's some really dark clouds. This my message from Cheryl was it was no chance of rain. But yeah, those are very nasty looking dark clouds there in the background, going down the back straight.
Yeah.
Well, it is Florida. It's in the tropics, so when you're in the
Oh,
tropics, there's always a chance of rain, isn't there? Even if the forecast says no chance of rain, there's always a chance.
Yeah, wow, 10 minutes to go. I'd say no chance. But I've been wrong before many times.
once back in 1963, I was wrong.
Back in Nam, Leon, back in Nam.
Yeah, hard to log that. Made it through though. Here I am.
So
Is Jack Hints and Nico Cordy, are they in a bit of a battle? Yes, they are.
They are in a bit of a battle.
Didn't want to leave this one.
Yeah, Nico just making his way through after that earlier shunt, and he's managed to get back to the back of Jack Hints. So looking to see if he can recover to a P2 finish here, but Jack will be keen to hold on to that spot as well. Not too long left now, into the last 10 minutes of the race. Gap sitting at half a second there.
I think you find Darren Lobb also within striking distance of Leaf's winning now as well. That camera's been a bit woo-woo.
What we were?
Yes, so Darren within that second on Leaf at the moment.
Yeah, just under a second quicker that last lap than Leaf.
So he's moving. Oh, and we've got an overlap for P2 and GTP at the moment as well. Nico Cordia getting alongside, but nowhere to go through that section of the track. Not the place you want to be trying to make a pass. Want to get a good... Oh, there's someone off the track to the right there. Christian Jenkins, I believe. I've got data on him. And that did look like his livery rejoining the track there.
The old Rusty. He's been nominated for a bar mat.
Oh, they're going to split the lap car here, and Nico able to get the shorter route around the inside and slips through and gets that pass done. So Nico taking advantage of the lap traffic to get the spot there.
That's twice we've seen that, haven't we? This time 2 GTPs and a GT3 up the other way around and at the other end of that same corner.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's always tricky being the first one on the scene there, and so often when you're the guy following in a close battle like that in the GTPs and you come up on a GT3 car, if that guy in front just gets held up a little bit more, you can often make a good decision as the car behind, as Nico did in that situation, and gain a bit of an advantage there to use that momentum to get around, and Nico was able to do that perfectly.
Hey, and if you're watching, shout out a driver for either a bar mat or shout them out for a work light, and you might win yourself a stubby cooler and some stickers thanks to our weekly sponsor Stanmore Auto Parts. And Leon, you had the pleasure of meeting Andy this week.
I've met him a couple of times before, I believe. Yeah, I have. But yes, stopped in there this week to see some sacrilegious projects that he's got going on out the back, which includes a Barra motor going into a VN Commodore, which every part of my upbringing says no, but my brain says yes.
Barra the world.
Yeah, pretty much, bro. Pretty much. Yeah, maybe do a little bit of stick in my mouth when I first saw it, but it grew on me.
Nico into the pits.
Oh, we got incident points, do we? Potentially? No, he's only on 7 incident points. Maybe he short fueled it. Maybe he's had a wee meal with his gear.
yeah, he's certainly stopping in the box. So I think he was in quite early because he had that incident where he backed into the wall and lost that rear wing. So I wonder if he just wasn't quite in the pit window when he had to come to the lane for that. And
Oh, yeah, sure.
yeah, that
That'll
might have
do it.
left him needing a bit of a splash. So that puts that puts Jack Hinton back up to P2, and in all sorts of GT3 traffic there, manages to make his way through though. And Darren Lobb has got past Leith Swinney. Did we catch that on your screen, Corey?
Yes. Yep. That's been trotting away just quietly.
Very cool. Alright, so that leaves Darren with 17 seconds up the road to Daniel Scholes in P1. Under 5 minutes remaining now, so I would suggest that's probably a bit too much of a gap to try and overhaul in that time, unless Daniel has an absolute mare from here.
If anyone can do it though, it's Mr. D-Lob.
Wow, absolutely. He's very rapid in anything he jumps in, isn't he?
Yeah, well, Daniel Scholes' fastest lap is faster than Darren's, and his last lap was faster than Darren's. But yeah, Darren now out in open air, so he might have had a tow there behind Leaf too with that fastest lap too. So we'll see. Oh, there we go. He's just gone fastest lap for himself, 2:01.60. Darren Lobb, that last time by.
Sure has.
Staying pretty stagnant though, isn't it? So obviously Daniel / Nico is got a wee bit on there, but yeah, still fairly stagnant in terms of that gap. If anything, growing.
Yeah, I bet it'll start coming down over the next couple of laps. So he's walking away from Swinney. There ain't no slug.
Ain't no slug.
Dan Turner still putting the pressure on Lou Robinson, although Louis has just stretched it a little bit. Wayne Hartnell closing back up on Peter Vanderberg, so this battle has kept ticking away in the background. And we've got a replay here. Sean McNamara has had a moment out on track. Final corner.
Oh, the Ferrari twist.
Yeah, so that's an interesting one, because normally we're used to seeing the GT3s lose the rear when you're off throttle. I would have thought he should have been pretty well in the throttle by that point of the corner. Maybe just cranking it a little bit too early and catching the traction control, which can lead to the same result potentially.
Maybe it's rough on the gear and the tyres have just had enough now.
I reckon it's just hard on the gear, bro, for sure.
Yeah, probably not wrong there. So time quickly ticking away now. We're inside the last 3 minutes of the race, just about down to 2 minutes remaining. And it will be the next time Taylor crosses the line after time runs out, that will be the checkered flag, and then everybody else will take the checkered flag as they come through behind. Wayne Hartnell keen to see if he can find a way around Peter Vanderberg before time runs out. These two have been battling for a good period of this race. We saw Peter all over Wayne earlier on and able to get the job done, but Wayne certainly hasn't let him get away and sticking with him, taking a much wider exit out of the final corner there, carrying that momentum.
Yeah, just seen a good little battle down in the call box between Lou Robinson and Dan Turner too. They're fighting hard this last lap. But will be roughly, won't it? They'll get one more, won't they, after this?
Yes, so where's Taylor? He's just coming around to the line now, and he's got 2 minutes on the clock, so he will get... So Taylor will get another one after the one he's just starting, so these guys should get another one after this as well. Well, they will get one more after this, because I would suspect that by the time they've done 2 more laps, Taylor's going to put another lap on them.
Or maybe we'll do a wheel at the end or something, Shane, and randomly give away the two things. Or what do you reckon?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We can do it to all the finishes. Sorry, Leon.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we could maybe randomly draw between I don't know, a couple of people in the stream there. We'll put their name in, and they can win themselves a stubby cooler and a couple of stickers.
Still sounding like good news to me, brother.
Absolutely. So, light's starting to fade here at Sebring. We've got some of the runway lights on around the track. That's a cool feature of Sebring being on an old airfield where they have put on some of the corners little runway lights to mark the apexes. You can see them along the...
That makes me really happy as someone who's learning to fly that doesn't pull me out.
I can imagine.
Mm.
So,
Little
time's up.
touches.
Taylor Mitchell coming to the line, so I was wrong. He didn't get another lap in after that one. That'll do. Taylor Mitchell takes the win.
Well done, mate. Pretty well done.
Jack Hinch looks like he's going to be able to hold on for the second. 30 seconds back to Nico Cordier at the moment, so he should be pretty safe.
There he is there, just coming onto that back stretch.
Through the final corner now for Jack, and he comes across the line to take P2. And Daniel Scholes just behind him on track, but he is going to come around and take out the class honours for GT3. Well done, Daniel. And Darren Lobb able to get to within 17 seconds, but not much further than that, and he comes through the final corner and he is going to take P2. And Nico Cordier comes around to round out the podium in GTP. Leith Swinney coming across the line at the same time to take it round out the podium in GT3. Last few cars just coming across the line now, but that, as we see, Daniel Scholes lighting it up down on the track there. Taylor Mitchell's already towed back to the pits. So a good wee race that in the end. We're worried about, with a smaller field on quite a large track, that it might get a bit spread out, but there were a few guys giving us those little battles, and we saw Darren Lobb coming through the field after not putting the time down and qualifying and able to get back to P2, but Daniel Scholes, by the time Darren got to P2, Daniel Scholes was just too far up the road. Darren, not enough time to try and chase him down, so a good performance from Daniel.
Yeah, and a wee bit of opening lap drama to spice it up as well, eh?
Yeah, it was a bit of a dramatic start there, and we saw Darren as well drop into the back, and that as he was involved in the first piece of contact, and then I think it was a bit of a run on from that with the two Team West cars getting together alongside you, and then one of them shooting across into your path and taking you out of the race pretty early.
Yeah, that was a good time. Yeah, good time.
Oh, so
Looked
I
fun.
just remembered one of the rules for the work light from Tuesday is they had to finish the race and had to have less than 8 incident points. So we better keep that for the work light. And I can give you the names that are eligible for that.
Let me find my wheel.
The Wheel of Shame.
I'll just give you numbers, car numbers. They'll make it easier.
Yeah, sounds good. So haven't got all the colours set up on here that I did. I think that might have been my old system that I had that set up, so I haven't got that here. But anyway, fire some numbers at me.
Right. So we'll go 19.
Yep.
33.
Yep.
501.
Yep.
18.
Yep.
245.
Yep.
225.
Yep.
861.
Yep.
4.
Yep.
And 9. Chris Suwalski, lowest incidence with 2.
Alright, so let's chuck that over there, and I should have that source here. Let's see if it's going to load up. Oh, not quite right. Let's just fix that up quickly.
Oh, some of a wheel.
Some of a wheel, we can sort that out though. Oh, hang on, that's all
That
gone.
looked good for a second. It looked
That's all
good for a
gone tits
second.
up. That's hang on. All right,
That'll do.
hang on. No. Oh, what have I done now?
This is going well. This is going well.
All right.
Are you with us yet? Southern Cross, with you. Hold up.
Hit it, Johnny.
Hold up.
All right. Here we go. So, plonk that in the middle, and let's give it a bit of a shuffle. All right. Here we go. Ooh, is it going to be 33 or is it going to tick over? It's 33.
Yeah, Wayne Hartnell. I'm sure he won something
He
on
did. How
Tuesday.
good. Oh, that's going to save in shipping. Wonderful.
Well,
There you go.
some people are just a bit tinny, aren't they?
Ah,
They are, yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
So, yeah,
Well,
all we need is the finishes now. So if you can figure the numbers out for that. Or who shouted out someone for the bar mat?
We have a
Right off.
Mr. Yep, Mr.
Right off for the
McCartane
bar mat.
thing right off for the bar mat.
so we're going
And
that
Leon
to
for his beer of trolling.
Leon approves.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, that's that one sorted. And somebody from the stream, Leon, needs to win a stubby cooler and some stickers.
Do they? Or we got 3 people. We'll do a wheel for it. Do you just want to chuck 1, 2, 3 in that wheel for us, Shane?
absolutely.
Had it.
Three it is.
There we go. So, Mr. Goodrick, I'm assuming that's you from Rosetown Motor Group. I will be sending some bits and bobs your way, fella.
There we go. How good.
Easy as that.
So we got
Sounds like a dog's dinner.
we've got a couple of people up in the waiting room at the moment. So no class winners at the moment, but we do have P2 from GTP, so we'll drag him in. Jack coming home P2 looked like a bit of a battle with Nick Accordia late in the race before he had to come in for a splash of fuel at the end there.
Oh, mate, that was fantastic.
Yeah, played into your hand a wee bit.
Yeah, no, that was probably some of the best racing I've had in a long time. Makes up for the last few rounds, that's for sure.
Cool. That's what we like to hear.
Oh, absolutely.
Certainly looked very cool. Were you aware while that battle was going on that he was going to have to come in again, or did you think that was racing for position at the end?
I had a feeling because I saw when he went in the first time, so I was thinking, oh, it might be cutting it a bit fine on fuel, but yeah, sometimes things just
Yeah,
happen.
an educated guess at it. So yeah, you would have been sitting pretty there, knowing that you would have gained that position. Well, assumed that you would have had it anyway. So
Still good driving balls to the wall though.
yeah, that's what we like to hear. Yeah,
Aside from
that's what we
that,
like.
looked like a challenging night for the GTPs. We saw a few guys struggling with rear locking, which Stefan tells us is a Cadillac thing. So, did you have any issues with that rear locking?
Not really. Maybe once, and that was because I was pushing a wee bit too hard.
Well, you certainly did a good job. Anyone you want to shout out tonight?
Yep. So shout out to PSR guys, Safety First Tauranga, Stanmore Road Auto Parts, Racing Creative.
Yeah, even the weekly sponsor getting a shout out from the P2 finisher there. So very cool. They're obviously also sponsor of Passion Sim Racing.
Yeah, good. Wow, that works in pretty well, then, doesn't it?
Sure does. All right, well, cheers, Jack, and well done again on a good result tonight.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Cheers, man.
All right, and we do also have Nico Cordia waiting to talk to us. He came home on the podium, third place in GTP, and we just talked to Jack about the good wee battle that you had on track, but unfortunately just needing to come in for a late splash there after being forced to take your first stop quite early due to crash damage.
Yeah, definitely. Look, it was a absolute phenomenal little battle with Jack. I really enjoyed that, and I felt I had some good pace at the start of the race. And just unfortunately, as I get into sunset, a little bump locks the rears and it pushes me into the into that final little barrier on the left. And I thought I was okay because it's just a little slight tap. And then as I drive away, just before the start finish, I see my back wing just drops off into in the back, and I knew that was gonna be, yeah, that was gonna be it, and I had to pit. And then I thought, oh, please let me have used enough fuel to fill up so I can make it to the end. Um, and I didn't take tires. I knew I was going to just struggle at the end. And as I said to Jack, my left rear had 39% of thread left towards the end. It was really dodgy. When your crew chief starts telling you you're going to need tires, you will need tires soon. You need tires. Then you know something is definitely wrong. Uh, uh, and I was just like, oh, come on, please just make it a little bit more, a little bit more. And unfortunately, 5 minutes to go, I just had to stop for splash and
Yeah.
dash. But the battle with Jack was one of the best in these cars that I've had in a very long time, and he made me work for it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's what we like to see. Like I know that when especially in these cars when you're just on the limit of everything, you make one tiny little mistake and you can
Yeah,
you can drop so much. Being able to have a proper battle in these cars is a whole lot of fun, and yeah, well done. We love to
awesome.
see it, mate. And yeah,
Thank
thanks for
you.
coming along every week.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next week. Definitely.
Sounds good.
Before we
Awesome.
let you go, anyone you want to shout out tonight?
Yeah, just the team over at ANZCRL for was backing me on these journey at in the GDPs in the HPR. So and yeah, obviously all the sponsors involved and MRP for the league. That's really one of the best that I've been in, and I just love being part of this HRP field. And yeah, you boys up here in the comms box as usual. Thank you for that. And yeah, the stream looks phenomenal.
Excellent. That again, that is after recent upgrades on the streamers end tonight, eh, Shane? That's bloody good to hear. So
Yeah,
that, I
absolutely.
had a wee look at it earlier as well, and it looks awesome.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, mate.
All right,
All
cheers,
right.
Nico, and
Yeah.
congratulations
Cheers.
again on the podium.
Thank you very much.
All right, so we did have a podium finisher in GT3 sitting downstairs as well, but he's just snuck away before we got the chance to bring him in. Also, just sneaking away during the interviews, or I think just before the interviews, was Corey just slipping out the back door there, so I think he might have
Yeah,
needed to get to the
could
toilet
see
quite
that.
desperately. So that's all right. But we can wrap it up and
We
say
can indeed.
say a big thanks to MRP for
Oh,
backing
yes.
the HPR series. Massive thanks as well to Stanmore Road Auto Parts for jumping on board as our weekly sponsor this week, and of course Napa Auto Parts, major backer of the Broadcasting Lounge. Thanks to Corey, who's not here now to receive my thanks, but thanks Corey for joining me tonight, and Leon for jumping in, even if you had to be forced into it after your race didn't quite go as planned.
It was a late sub for sure. It was a late sub, but I'm okay with it.
And of course, thanks to everybody at home for tuning in. We will catch you all next time.
Wicked Shane, absolute legend, bro. It was